Get his ass off the case. That's what's up. Good news, good news, good news. The clerk of courts will assign the next judge. The recusal is effective as of July 15th, 2024. That's today. It was stated to preserve public confidence in the judicial proceedings. Judge Granville has officially been removed from the YSL trial. Chief Judge Granville, who has presided over the YSL trial from the very beginning, has officially been removed effective today. Court documents that were signed by the Honorable Rachel Krause of the Fulton County Superior Court shows Judge Granville's recusal or removal on motions from Young Thug's legal team and Diamante Kendricks. Let's talk about that. It shows that Judge Granville was removed from motion on Young Thug's legal team. Young Thug's attorney had filed a motion to have Judge Granville removed from the case. Now, we all know Judge Granville was up to no good. Judge Granville himself knew he was up to no good. Let me tell y'all what happened in short story, right? See, what had happened was Judge Granville decided to meet in private with the prosecution and a witness in the case. Somebody inside of Judge Granville's office reached out to Young Thug's attorney and said, hey man, they having meetings. The judge and the prosecution are having meetings together. There's a special word for that in the law. They are not supposed to be meeting because if you understand, it's common sense. If a judge is having secret meetings with the prosecution, the judge could be biased. And then the trial could end up running in favor of the prosecution because they had developed a relationship and an understanding behind the scenes. Now, there are provisions within the law where the judge could have held a meeting under circumstances with the prosecution, but the law provides that the judge was supposed to notify the defense, which is Young Thug's attorneys, first about that meeting and about what it was about and all that. So when Young Thug's attorney got up in court and said, hey, judge, I got word that y'all had a meeting this morning, you and the prosecution and one of the witnesses on this case and their attorney, and you did not tell me about this meeting. You go back and watch that video. You seen how Judge Granville got super upset. He was beside himself, not in a professional way. It was as if he became a dictator instantly. He got upset at Young Thug's attorney. And basically, all Judge Granville wanted to know at this point was, nah, fuck that. Who told you that? Who told you that I had a meeting with who I had a meeting with? Young Thug's attorney was like, I can't release my source or reveal my source. I have to protect my source. But I know that you had a meeting with them. I could even tell you what was said at the meeting. And Judge Granville got even more upset. Basically, Judge Granville was like, so I got a snitch in my office. I got somebody that's taking information from my office and feeding it to you. I need to know who was doing that. Forget the fact that Judge Granville got caught cheating. Okay? This is like you in a relationship with somebody and the person, your partner got caught cheating, but they mad at you for going into their phone. Not mad at you because you went into their phone and you found pictures and text messages that wasn't supposed to be there because it shows that they're in a relationship with somebody else too, right? They don't want to talk about that no more. They just want to talk about you going into my phone. Why you go into my phone? So if I had never went into your phone, I would have never known you was cheating on me, right? But now that I got into your phone and I seen that you cheating on me, we have a bigger problem than me going into your phone. I didn't trust you in the first place. That's why I went into your phone. You get it? Right. So Judge Granville did this secret meeting And he was mad at Young Thug's attorney for mentioning it, but he was even more mad at Young Thug's attorney for the fact that Young Thug's attorney would not tell him who told him that this went down. So he didn't know who in his camp or who around him was snitching to Young Thug's attorney, to the defense side. He was like, nah, we got a serious problem because you're going to either tell me who it was by the end of this trial or the end of the day, or I'm holding you in contempt. Young Thug's attorney, like the boss he is, he said, hey, man, I don't want to be held in contempt. I don't want to go to jail, but I'm not revealing my source. I'm protecting my source. But I'm also calling for a dismissal of this case because what you just did is a clear violation, which means my client's rights have been violated and there's no way he could get a fair trial, right? They later on filed for Judge Granville to be removed after Judge Granville sentenced Young Thug's attorney. Young Thug's attorney is such a boss, he was like, yo, okay, the only thing I'm asking is that could I be with my client so we could at least work on the case while I'm locked up? Since you're going to have me locked up every weekend for the next how many weekends? He said, I don't know if that could happen, but I'll see what I can do to make it happen. Right? In the meantime, they filed a motion to have him removed from the case. Obviously, some kind of investigation was done, and they saw that what Judge Granville was doing had people thinking, yo, this ain't right. This cannot be right. Ain't no way. So now they're talking about, oh, this is just to preserve public confidence in the judicial proceedings. No, it's because the judge fucked up. That's why. And you know what? Young Thug's attorney filed for or asked for a mistrial in this case. That got Judge Granville pissed off. He said he's not granting no mistrial. He ain't granting no mistrial, but now he is off the case, which I think is a proper thing to do. At the end of the day, man, this whole case is shit. This whole case is just garbage. I mean, I don't know who put this case together, but the case is garbage. From the prosecution, witnesses, all the way down the line, this whole case is garbage. This whole case needs to be thrown out. I never thought I would be saying this. I wanted to see where this Rico case would go. But it's so much holes, so many holes in it, and it is so poorly put together, and it's just wasting taxpayers' money, and it's just dragging on and on and on. They literally really have nothing solid. Everything they have could pretty much be argued away. In this case, as far as Jeffrey is concerned, I think it's time for everybody to start putting Free Young Thug on a t-shirt and wear that. And let that man get back to his life, taking care of his family, and get back to his music. Or charge him with whatever else y'all was going to charge him with. Hit him with some time and get that out the way, if that's what you guys are going to do. But at this point, following this case, for as long as it's been going on, I haven't even been covering this case in detail, because every time I watch this case, I'm just sick to my stomach at what is going on with this case, from the actions of the judge all the way to the prosecution, lawyers, their conduct in court, the prosecution's witnesses. Just everybody has issues. Nobody is reliable and accountable. So why are we having this trial? That's what I'm saying. So I'm super pleased to know that Judge Granville has been kicked off this case. And you know what? I did a video in the start of this, and I did some background check on Judge Granville, and I found out that he has an extensive military background. And being somebody who served in the military myself, I thought this is definitely going to be done by the books. It's definitely going to be law and order. It's definitely going to be ran in a way with military precision. But he was loose with it. This is definitely not a good representation of how any military individual would act. So I misjudged that, and I gave him the benefit of the doubt in the beginning. But after seeing what he did with Young Thug's attorney trying to escape the accusation, which wasn't really an accusation, it was factual. He did go behind everybody's back. He did meet with and have a secret meeting with prosecution and with a witness and that witness's attorney, and did not inform the defense side, which is Young Thug's attorneys, of this meeting, which gave way for everybody to say, well, what type of secret meeting y'all having? Why y'all having a secret meeting and not inviting us or involving us or not even telling us about it? That means you didn't plan to tell us the details of that meeting. That means y'all could be conspiring behind the scenes to have my client do extensive time in prison, which is against the law. And the way how Judge Granville handled it, by putting the damn attorney, holding him in contempt and sentencing him to jail time, it was friggin' downright out of order. And I'm absolutely glad he has been removed from the case. Now, I think the whole case needs to be thrown out. And let's wait to see. I hope that's the next thing that happens, but I don't know. I can't call it because I'm not the one in control. But that's what I think should happen next. Have you been following the YSL Rico trial? Have you been following this case? Tell me in the comment section what you think should happen next. Do you think that the state still has a solid case? Or after watching all the blunders and all these unreliable state witnesses, do you think that this case is botched, it's messed up, and it needs to be thrown out? I'll catch y'all in the comment section where we could continue this conversation. It's Hot Topics TV / BrainFLoTv. You already know, if the topic is hot, we're on it. I'm out. Peace.